In a world of billions, a few people stand out in ways that seem impossible. From the tallest women ever recorded, to individuals with body features science can barely explain, to people whose size or appearance defies everything we consider normal. These are the humans who rewrite the limits of biology. Today, we're diving into the most unbelievable, extraordinary, and truly one-of-a-kind people on Earth. Let's begin.
Imagine dating a woman who's a few inches taller than you. Maybe not so bad if she's maybe an inch or two taller, but that isn't the case with this Russian model. Yekaterina has some of the longest legs in the world. And not just that, she holds the current world record for being the tallest professional model in the world at a height of 206 centimeters. She was also a basketball player but ended her career in the field and started her own modeling agency called the World's Tallest Models. Another woman with a similar trait like Yekaterina is Rensenkolu Bud from Mongolia. Though they both share the same height of 206 centimeters, Rensenkolu's legs are 2 centimeters longer than Yekaterina's. They are 134 centimeters long. Originally from Mongolia and currently living in the US, Rensenkolu attributes her tall genes to her father and mother. She's so tall that even giving a high five would require you to leap in the air to reach her hands. At first look, this is an amazing talent that no one else possesses. I initially thought the woman in the video was depressed or injured, but closer examination reveals that she is really puffing up to impress her pals. Tummy tucking is a weird practice that martial artists and gymnasts who wish to strengthen their core often utilize. I'm curious as to who came out with this solution originally, because they must have been having a miserable day.
Have you ever gazed into someone's eyes and noticed they were completely different colors? One a vivid blue, the other a deep amber? That rare and mesmerizing condition is called heterochromia, where each eye displays a distinct color. While commonly seen in animals like huskies and Turkish van cats, heterochromia also occurs in humans, though it's considered quite rare. Fewer than 200,000 people in the United States are believed to have this unique trait. Heterochromia results from differences in melanin, the pigment that determines the color of our skin, hair, and eyes. It can be genetic and present from birth, or acquired later in life due to injury, illness, or even certain medications. In many inherited cases, scientists trace the condition to spontaneous mutations or a limited gene pool. Though visually striking, heterochromia typically doesn't affect vision or overall eye health. The condition can appear in various forms. Sometimes one eye is entirely a different color, or a portion of the iris may be a contrasting hue. A striking example involves two brothers from Turkey, Karim and Meet Selman. Born 7 years apart, both share the same eye pattern, a brown left eye and a blue right eye. Their condition is harmless, and apart from occasional curiosity, it hasn't affected their lives. Rather than being seen as odd, heterochromia often becomes a source of pride. It's a captivating, natural feature, like a subtle spell woven into someone's gaze, that adds a unique touch of beauty and intrigue to those lucky enough to have it.
This beast of a woman, yes, she is a woman, is Anna Kokorina. This Ukrainian athlete is clearly not your average lady. She weighs in at 133 kilograms and is 175 centimeters tall. It doesn't require much explanation on why she's on this list. She is incredibly strong. Anna was the world champion in powerlifting for the years 2008, 2010 and 2012 in her weight class. She's also a winner of 15 world records. From working in a zoo to being a professional athlete, Anna has shown the world that if you're passionate about something, you can make it happen through consistent hard work and dedication. She now does professional masterclasses and workshops for coaches who wish to be better at what they do. Born in 1965 in Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, Manuel Uribe is known for having ballooned to the weight of 6 men. He was a chubby kid, weighing more than 250 pounds as an adolescent, and later became known as one of the most obese men in history. On a diet of tacos and pizzas, he reached a peak weight of around 597 kilograms, and since then he struggled to leave his own bed. Uribe drew worldwide attention when he was featured as the world's heaviest man in a television documentary. He was offered surgery to help him get thinner, but he rejected the offer on a live television show. But his growing weight and battle against associated disease convinced him to alter his heavy course. With the help of doctors and nutritionists, Uribe lost approximately a third of his body weight. Sadly, on the 28th of May 2014, The Guinness record holder for world's heaviest man left the world at the age of 48 in Mexico after being bedridden for more than a decade.
Kayan, do you fit anything in your mouth like this kid can? It's hard to imagine that a human jaw could expand so far, but this kid has proven it's possible. Forget the days of trying to fit your fist in your mouth. This kid can fit insane things in his mouth, like bottles, cans, and even a whole baseball. It looks like he can unhinge the whole thing and open it wide for anything. This kid's jaw gape is 4 inches wide, almost double the average human's. It's safe to say that he managed to surprise and impress many people with his incredible feat. With 9.5 million views on TikTok, it's easy to see why this clip might have launched him into a strange sort of stardom. Can you fit anything in your mouth like this kid can? This jaw-dropping jaw gape is sure to be remembered.
Some people are born with it, while others develop it due to a rare genetic mutation. Either way, it's a condition that makes you look twice. Called distichiasis, this rare disorder causes a second row of eyelashes to grow, often from an abnormal location on the eyelid. It happens when cells meant to form oil glands instead become hair follicles, resulting in these unexpected extra lashes. Though not dangerous, distichiasis can be quite uncomfortable. The additional lashes usually grow from the inner lining of the eyelid, where they can irritate the eye's surface. This irritation often leads to redness, watery eyes, light sensitivity, or the feeling that something is constantly stuck in your eye. In a culture that glorifies long lashes, the idea of a second set might sound like a beauty jackpot. But the reality is more complicated. These lashes aren't always symmetrical or easy to manage. They can grow in awkward directions and may require frequent trimming or medical removal to prevent discomfort or eye damage. Still, in a world obsessed with bold beauty trends, where eyelash extensions and lifts dominate, the idea of naturally doubled lashes could one day be embraced as a fashion-forward anomaly. Perhaps distichiasis will move from a rare genetic condition to the next unexpected style statement, showing up on runways or in viral beauty content.
Have you ever been captivated by a pair of eyes? You know, the kind that draws you in like a siren song? Well, let me tell you about this little boy who has the most beautiful eyes. His bright and piercing eyes are a rare sight among people of African descent. In fact, only 8 to 10% of the population worldwide have eyes like his. Some even say that they're the most beautiful eyes they've ever seen. They're downright hypnotic and can capture anyone's attention. If you ever come across someone with mesmerizing eyes like this, consider yourself lucky.
A Texas high schooler is turning heads and breaking records, not just on the volleyball court, but globally. Macy Curran, a teenager who plays for her school's volleyball team, now holds the world record for the longest legs on a woman. Her left leg measures an astounding 53.2 inches, while her right isn't far behind at 52.9 inches. Macy competed in the USA Volleyball Girls Junior National Championships, where her towering stature likely gave her a serious edge, and it's safe to say she made quite the impression. Her extraordinary height isn't just a topic of fascination, it also brings real-world challenges and adjustments. Standing at 6 feet 10 inches tall, Macy is only inches away from overtaking the current tallest woman in the world, China's Sun Fang, who holds the title at 7 feet 3 inches. What makes Macy's height even more remarkable is that her legs alone account for nearly 60% of her total height. Living with such proportions means everyday tasks often require extra planning. Her bed is outfitted with a twin extra-large mattress, and clothing, especially jeans, usually has to be custom-made. Some vehicles are simply too small for her frame, which can make transportation tricky. But despite the unique hurdles, Macy embraces her height with confidence and optimism. She's grown into her features, both physically and emotionally, and now proudly uses her platform to inspire others to love and accept their bodies just as they are.
Do tentacles make you feel uneasy? If you're not one of the few suffering from chapatophobia, a fear of octopuses, you might be daring enough to try something new, unlocking the hidden tentacles under your tongue. Surprisingly, it's easy to do. You must gently stretch the ultra-sensitive skin and tissue below your tongue and pull it out of place. With some practice, you can create a row of little spikes that go to the tip. Are you brave enough to try this daring trick? While it won't turn you into an eldritch horror, it is still important to remember that every person's mouth is different. But with some patients, you can unlock hidden tentacles in your mouth. Firstly, gently stretch the ultra-sensitive skin and tissue below your tongue. You can do this with your thumb and forefinger and be extra careful. Then slowly you can create a row of little spikes that go to the tip. Let the tentacles commence. Since you've made it this far in the video, leave a like below. We've got a ways to go to the end, but every little bit helps.
Ever gotten so obsessed with a character that you see on the television that you wanted to look like them? This is the story of Pixie Fox, who wanted to look like Jessica Rabbit so bad that she underwent over 200 plastic surgeries. She didn't always look this way. This former electrician was so obsessed with the idea of looking like a cartoon character that she did everything possible to make it a reality. She has enlarged her breasts and lips and even did a face-breaking procedure in South Korea, which could have left her paralysed. That's not all. She's done 2 rounds of liposuction, labiaplasty, a bum lift, nose jobs and ear surgery. Sadly, that doesn't even cover the tip of the iceberg. She's done so many procedures that American plastic surgeons and TV personalities Terry Dubrow and Paul Nassif both have refused to work on Pixie Fox. They believe that she might be suffering from body dysmorphia, a mental condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about the flaws of their appearance and addicted to plastic surgery.
Most of us, as kids, eagerly awaited the day we were tall enough to ride the biggest roller coaster, a true rite of passage. That moment of pure thrill, and maybe a little nausea, when our head finally touched the measuring line. But for one woman in India, that moment will likely never come, not due to a lack of courage, but because of her extraordinary height. Jyoti Amge holds the title of the world's shortest living woman, standing at just 2 feet tall. Her remarkably petite frame is the result of a rare genetic condition known as achondroplasia, a form of dwarfism that severely restricts bone growth. Jyoti's final adult height is a mere 24 inches, and she weighs only about 9 pounds. Her appearance is often described as doll-like, and her size has fascinated people around the globe. While amusement park rides designed for adults may remain out of reach due to strict height and safety regulations, Jyoti has carved out a unique place in the world. She's been featured in international media, starred in television shows, and continues to embrace her difference with confidence.
Let's tell you about an exceptionally brave girl who surprised everyone. Her name is Kwan Hongyang, and she was unfortunate as far as her childhood is concerned, but you may not guess that by seeing her routine life. She faced enormous challenges as she suffered a car accident at the age of just 4 years and lost both her legs. She and her family tried their best to make life work as usual. They lived in a backward rural area and hence had limited options to do something better. She resorted to make use of half basketball to balance her body, whereas her hands to guide during movement. She pulled along like this for many years. Fortunately, her condition came to be widely known throughout China. Luckily, modern science came to her help as it can provide a lot of solutions for addressing human shortcomings. Kwan was provided artificial limbs free of cost. It greatly encouraged her to the extent that she learned how to swim. With her passion, she learned swimming really well. We can claim that this is a very encouraging example worth following. It gives us a magnificent lesson that we must always keep our positivity and be assured to perform marvelous deeds. Beauty can come from the most unexpected places. Take Naya Kim Godwatch, the woman who has recently taken the modeling world by storm. Her deeply pigmented skin has changed the face of the industry. Despite the difficult upbringing and bullying she endured growing up, Naya Kim and her mother fled Sudan when she was 15, relocating to Minnesota. Now, her dark-skinned and unconventional beauty is shattering traditional standards, opening the world to beautiful models with different looks from the darkest to the widest. Naya Kim has earned the name the Queen of Darkness, but there are people worldwide who might be familiar. Awareness will only make young kids feel more comfortable and beautiful in their own bodies. She claims she's never had an issue with her skin, but growing up was hard as she was often the subject of mockery. She probably feels vindicated now, don't you think? She's paid to be beautiful. But Naya Kim's story is inspiring and a reminder of the power of resilience and determination. Despite her and her mother's difficult circumstances, they found a way to make a new life in the United States. Out of the darkness of her past, Naya Kim has found a way to shine, using her beauty to make a statement and redefine the industry. She's a true inspiration to all of us, showing us the beauty of perseverance and how it can lead to success no matter what life throws at you. It's possible to turn it into something beautiful. Get ready to be amazed by the incredible power of Ang Hui Ho's finger. This man has dedicated years of intense training to his body, mind and breath, and the results are truly remarkable. While most of us struggle to even lift heavy objects, Ang Hui Ho's finger possesses more strength than many of us have in our entire bodies. Just how powerful is his finger, you may ask? Well, he holds the record for cracking 4 coconuts in just 12 seconds. A feat that is yet to be beaten. But that's not all. His finger is so strong he can even pierce through the tough shell of a green coconut and drink its juice straight from the source. Tourists visiting Malaysia can witness the power of Master Ang's finger for themselves as he demonstrates how he can feed his entire family with just one finger for a small coin. It's truly a sight to behold. But Ang Hui Ho's finger didn't become a force to be reckoned with overnight. He began his training at the age of 17, jabbing and poking at palm trees. The results of his dedication and hard work are truly incredible. A single jab from his finger could break through a human skull. So if you ever find yourself in Malaysia, it's probably wise not to push Master Ang too far. You never know what kind of incredible feats of strength he may be capable of. But don't be too intimidated, just sit back, relax and marvel at the incredible power of his finger. This man has dedicated years of intense training to his body, mind and breath, and the results are truly remarkable. Do you want to know about Kim Goodman? She holds the Guinness World Record for being able to pop her eyeballs out of their sockets by 12mm. That's over half an inch. She discovered her talent as a child and has since made a career out of it, appearing on TV shows and in documentaries. She's even performed for the Queen of England. Kim says she has no negative side effects from popping her eyes. Strongest finger.
Troy James always knew his body was extraordinary. From a young age, he possessed a rare gift, extreme flexibility that allowed him to twist and contort in seemingly supernatural ways. For years, Troy kept his unique abilities hidden, fearing ridicule and rejection. His secret came to light when a friend filmed him performing a signature move, crawling upside down on all fours like a creature from a horror film, and posted it online. The video quickly went viral, transforming his private talent into a global phenomenon. Today, Troy embraces his flexibility, leveraging it for a thriving career in entertainment. He's become a sought-after performer in film and television, cast in roles that demand an otherworldly physical presence. What was once a source of self-doubt has become his professional calling. While Troy's abilities are exceptional, he isn't alone in captivating audiences with his contortionist skills. Other performers have also astounded crowds worldwide with their incredible bodily control. One American contortionist, for example, gained fame by dislocating limbs, rotating his torso a full 180 degrees, and moving with an eerie, almost inhuman grace, leaving audiences in awe.
Adrienne Lewis may look like an ordinary person at first glance, but she possesses one of the rarest and most unique features in the world. She has the longest tongue in the world, stretching out a staggering 10 centimeters, long enough to reach her nose and chin. While her condition has earned her notoriety, it has also caused her to become a source of amusement for others. Despite this, Adrienne is a great example of the saying, "The things that make us different can be our greatest gifts."
I think with time and me being the weird kid that I was and always sticking out my tongue.
We should all try to embrace our unique qualities, even if it's just a 10 centimeter long tongue.
You're looking at a real-life doll from Russia, Angelika Kanova. She's known as one of the most famous in this category of beauty. Her transformation into the surreal doll-like avatar started at the age of 5. Her parents groomed her in every sense of the word. They pay for a fitness trainer, beautician, nutritionist and makeup artist every month for her to look like a real-life Barbie. At a height of 165 centimeters and with an 87 centimeter bust, 54 centimeter waist and 87 centimeter hips, she is a perfect specimen representing every little girl's favorite doll. But the life of a living doll is not easy. Angelika wasn't allowed to go outside, have a social life or date guys while growing up, and it has pretty much remained the same all this while. Do you envy her now? We've all heard stories of conjoined twins. Imagine being conjoined to your annoying younger brother or older sister. Imagine living that way your whole life. Certainly doesn't seem like an easy existence. Conjoined twins Abigail and Brittany Hensel certainly made it work in their case. They're so in tune with each other that they're able to drive a car, ride a bicycle and even swim. They each have control of their limbs on either side and they coordinate it perfectly to make it work. They even have their own separate driver's license and other official documents. Aside from the obvious 2 separate heads, they are born with 3 lungs, 2 hearts, 2 kidneys, 2 spines, and 2 stomachs. They share a common circulatory system and reproductive organs. Despite their unique condition, they live a full life like most people. They love traveling, holidaying, and even playing sports. What do you get when you put talent and height together? You get this woman. Ashley Amazon is an exotic dancer who is an incredible 201 centimeters tall and weighs 136 kilograms. Her body measurements stand at 119 centimeter thighs, 81 centimeter waist, and 114 centimeter bust. The name Amazon fits her perfectly, since she can pass off as an Amazonian goddess. She was noticed by Marilyn Manson, who invited her to perform burlesque. Miley Cyrus also invited her to be a part of her dance troupe. She's meeting all kinds of stars with her talent. Michele Raffanelli is a model, but what makes her different is that she has the widest hips in the world, according to the World Record Academy. The circumference of her hip is 2.4 meters, while her height is just 162 centimeters. She was a normal-sized woman in her 20s, but her weight and hips grew uncontrollably after she had children. She eats a massive 5,000 calories every day. That's more than 2 adult men's consumption in a day. Thuongjae Samaximum from Thailand has the biggest arms in the world. It's a rare condition called macrodystrophia lipomatosa, which causes enormous amount of fat depositing on her arms and hands. Life is hard living with this condition since Thuongjae is limited in day-to-day functionality due to how heavy her hands are. They weigh about 20 kilograms in total. That's like walking around with dumbbells all day long. Doctors say the only way to treat this issue is by cutting her hands off, but she didn't want to do that, understandably so.
Everyone's skin is a bit stretchy, but Gary Turner turns that concept to the extreme. Diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, his skin can stretch in superhuman ways, but rather than see his condition as a setback, Gary embraced his uniqueness and performed stunts for crowds. He can stretch his skin as far as 14.2 centimeters, which in 1999 earned him a place in the Guinness World Records. Gary's story serves as a reminder to embrace our weirdness because it might bring out something amazing in us. Have you ever seen someone with multiple irises? It's one of the rarest conditions in the world, and their condition is more than just seeing double. It's called polychoria, and it's a pathological eye condition characterized by having more than one pupillary opening in the iris. Despite the potential health risks that come with it, there's something special about individuals with polychoria. They have a one-of-a-kind look that is mesmerizing and captivating. Seeing someone with multiple irises is like witnessing a living, breathing work of art. Longest tongue.
Paul Mason was once considered the world's fattest man, weighing in at a shocking 980 pounds. But how on earth did he end up gaining this much weight? Thanks to his consumption of 20,000 calories a day, including 3 family-sized takeaway meals an evening. This intake is 10 times what a normal human being can consume. Though Paul absolutely knew it was killing him, he couldn't stop. It all started back when he suffered a heartbreak in his 20s because of a sudden demise of his beloved father and regular deterioration of his mother's health. Paul became victim to stress and anxiety, and he chose to eat to deal with the problem, without realizing that 2 wrongs cannot make 1 right. Despite being jobless, Paul still managed to spend a whopping £30,000 a year on food. He was told to undergo a gastric bypass or risk certain death. After surgery, he went down to £560. Now he's looking to have the rolls of unsightly excess skin from the weight loss removed.
So what do you think about these amazing people? Let us know in the comments below. If you want more unique, engaging, and sometimes downright wild content, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Who knows, maybe you'll see your choice of an astounding person in a future video.